He had seen many planets in his life, but none like this one. Earth, the cradle of humanity, the birthplace of civilization, the home he never knew. He had only heard stories about it from his grandfather, who was one of the lucky ones to escape the dying world before it was too late. He had told him about the blue skies, the green forests, the diverse animals, and the rich cultures that once flourished on this planet. He had also told him about the greed, the wars, the pollution, and the destruction that led to its downfall. He had always wanted to see Earth for himself, to witness its beauty and its tragedy with his own eyes. That's why he became a cargo ship pilot, hoping to get a chance to visit the legendary world someday. He never expected it to be like this. He had been hired by a mining corporation to deliver supplies to an underground facility on Earth. He didn't know much about the mission, only that it was classified and highly profitable. He landed his ship on a barren wasteland, where a group of workers greeted him with guns and masks. They quickly unloaded his cargo and escorted him to a hidden elevator that took him deep into the Earth. He was shocked by what he saw. The facility was a makeshift sanctuary for hundreds of humans who had been left behind on Earth after the mass exodus. They were miners, scavengers, rebels, outcasts, survivors. They lived in cramped and dirty conditions, working day and night to extract precious metals and minerals from the dying planet. They had no contact with the outside world, no hope of escape, no future. They were forgotten by humanity.
The cargo pilot, I take it. Just put the manifest here, thank you. Have a seat, there's something we'd like to propose. I'm sure you've already noticed our situation on your way here. It's evident on the faces of every worker in this place. I know you're just a cargo pilot, working your way to your next payday. But I'm here to give you an opportunity to contribute to something greater. It might not have any monetary value for you, but you'll be saving countless of lives here on Earth. That has to mean something. Is it your first time here on Earth? I know. It's not like anything you've seen in the pictures. Humanity's greed and neglect brought Earth to its knees. For centuries, we exploited its resources, polluted its air and water, and ignored the warning signs of environmental collapse. By the time we realized what we had done, it was too late. Earth had become a wasteland, unfit for human habitation. But there's still hope. The remnants of humanity, those of us who were left behind or chose not to flee to other planets, are trying to reclaim what's left. We live underground, away from the toxic surface, eking out a living by mining the very metals that caused this disaster in the first place. It's ironic, isn't it? Your presence here, delivering these materials, is already a great help. We rely on shipments like yours to survive and maintain some semblance of life underground. But there is one thing you can do if you're willing. Tell the galaxy what happened to Earth, what greed and ignorance did to our once beautiful home. Let the universe know that we're still here, trying to make amends, trying to rebuild and heal our planet.
The cargo ship pilot listened intently to the foreman's words, feeling a mix of sympathy and anger at the exploitation these workers faced. He had heard stories about corporations putting profits above everything else, but hearing it firsthand from the people who suffered because of it made it all the more real.
Go now. Mara is expecting you. She will tell you the rest.
Thank you for coming, pilot. I know you must have a lot of questions, but please listen to me carefully. We don't have much time. I trust the foreman's already explained to you about our situation here. It's never easy. Our situation's becoming more dire by the day. We rarely see cargo ships like yours anymore. Supplies, like the ones you've brought, have become increasingly scarce. It won't be enough to last us the entire month, and not everyone will get enough food to eat. The corporations are slowly leaving us to starve down here. Leave us for dead, and once we're gone, they'll just send down a new batch of young workers who will take our place. And that's why we have a plan. A plan to tell the galaxy of the conditions of Earth. To let humanity know that there are still people living on their home planet. We've secretly been working on something hidden from the corporation's constant gaze. We've been working on it for several months now, and I think it's about ready to put it to good use. So your timing couldn't have been better, pilot. It's equipment that can broadcast an anonymous signal to the far reaches of the galaxy. Equipment that can bypass any interference or encryption from the corporations. But there's one catch. The equipment has to be taken to orbit before it can be used. It needs a clear line of sight and a high enough altitude for the signal to reach its destination. And that's where you come in. You have a ship that can take our equipment to orbit, a ship that can help us send our message to the galaxy. Now, I know it's a lot to ask from you. There's a lot of risk involved. You might lose your job. Hell, you might lose your life. You don't know us. You don't owe us anything. But I'm asking you anyway. Please help us. Help us save Earth.
The pilot nods, a wave of relief washing over her, her restless demeanour gradually releasing the tension that had built up inside her for so long.
I knew you would understand. The signal contains a data bank filled with several years' worth of images, videos, voice recordings, and personal messages from every person living here. It holds a lot of valuable information that can tell about our conditions here. All you have to do is to push the button once it's in orbit, and it will broadcast everything to every receiving nodes it can find. Once you do this for us, we will forever be indebted to you. Good luck out there, pilot, and may the stars forever guide you on your journey.
He agreed to do it, feeling a surge of anger and responsibility. He felt resentment to the corporations for abandoning Earth and its people, for exploiting and neglecting their home planet. He felt responsible for spreading the word of what happened to Earth, for calling upon help and aid in order to rebuild it. He took the equipment with him on his ship and flew into orbit.
1-6, come in. This is the USS Cambridge. You are way off the designated course for off-world travel. Stand by for ship inspection or you will be prosecuted.
He connected it to his ship's communication system and prepared to broadcast the signal. He looked at Earth from his cockpit window, seeing its brown and grey surface dotted with craters and scars. He wondered if anyone would hear their message, if anyone would care. He pressed the button. The equipment hummed to life and glowed with a bright light. The signal was sent. He closes his eyes. He did his job, and now it's only a matter of time.
Ladies and gents, this is your captain speaking. Looks like we're going back home.